my name is Ingçiçek. I am an English teacher from Delirmorun Complex School from Hope School, EMAC. Today's our topic is marmots in danger, and our goal is you will learn the words related to the endangered animals and study and practice the grammar, present simple tense, and talking about the facts. Our today's objectives are to do exercises, to talk about endangered animals, and to listen to the conversation, and to work together, and to write a report about the endangered animals. Now, look at the video about the endangered animals. These are pandas, and what do you think? Where do they live? These are pandas. Now, look at this video, and what are they? What do you think? Where do they live? Do they live in Mongolia or in different parts of the world? What do you think? Okay, now let's look. Today's our topic is marmots in danger. But what do you think? What animal is it? Do you know any endangered animals? Can you name them? And where do they live? And what are they? Please look at the picture and read the name of them. This is panda bear, and panda bear lives in China. You know it? Is it one of the endangered animals? Okay, now let's look at more endangered animals pictures. Okay, what animals are there? What do you think? This is a polar bear. Polar bear live in the North Pole. You know this? And this is a tiger. The tigers live in Africa. Do you think are they endangered animals? Okay, now look at these pictures. What are they? This is a lion. The lions live in Africa. And this is a rhino. The rhinos live in Africa. They are also endangered animals. Please look at this picture. What animals are there? This is an elephant, and elephants live in Africa. And this is a gharial. The gharials live in America. These are also endangered animals. Okay, now look at this picture carefully. You have seen this in a video in the beginning of our lesson. What's this? This is a marmot. Have you seen marmot? What do you think? Do they live in Mongolia? Yes, marmots live in Mongolia, different parts of Mongolia. This is a male marmot. Do you know the sound of marmot? This is a male marmot. These are marmot cubs. Marmot cubs. What do you think? Where do marmot live in Mongolia? Okay, look at this picture again. This is a male and a female marmots. You know the marmot's meat is very delicious. Have you tasted before marmot meat? Now, let's study and repeat the new words. To become rare. To become rare. To decline rapidly. To decline rapidly. To hunt illegally. To hunt illegally. To influence on. To influence on. To dig the soil. To dig the soil. To ban legally. To ban legally. Now, please read the explanation and match the explanation to the words. Please read the explanation and match them to the phrases. And try to understand the meanings of these explanation and their phrases. Please read them carefully and try to find the explanation. Okay, now let's check and answer. Please listen carefully and read and repeat after the teacher. To become rare is to become fever in a short time with. To become rare is to become fever in a short time. To decline rapidly is to get fever. To get fever. To hunt illegally is to chase for killing or capturing wild animals against the law. To hunt illegally is to chase for killing or capturing wild animals against the law. To influence on is to have an effect. To have an effect. To dig soil is to remove the upper layer of the earth from the ground. To dig soil is to remove upper layer of the earth from the ground. To ban legally is officially forbid to do something. To ban legally is officially forbid to do something. Now you checked your answers and the meanings of the phrases. Now let's look at these words again and try to understand and get the meaning of the words. Please read and repeat. The certification, rodents, fertilizer, roots of plants, in dance, and cups. The certification means very little water, almost no water, and always sand. Fertilizes plant with water. Roots of plants is the bottom parts of the plants. And this is the house and the shelters for animals. Cubs is baby animals. Rodents is kind of animals. Okay, now let's read the first sentence and please think which words can be here. Please look carefully and think. Number 1, many animals like marmots, gophers, and rats eat. Okay, next. 2, plants grow well in wet field with good. Number 3, it means process of getting land dry with very little water and vegetation. 4, young babies of most animals are cold. 5, bears usually stay in there during the winter time. Okay, now you have to choose of these words to complete these sentences. Please look it carefully and then do the exercise. Now, please check your answer. Number 1, many animals like marmots, gophers, and rats eat roots of plants. This is a kind of plant and food for the animals. Number 2, plants grow well in the wet field with good fertilizer. Fertilizer is kind of plant water, a water plant. 3, desertification means process of getting land dry with very little water and vegetation. 4, young babies of most animals are called cubs. And 5, bears usually stay in their dens during the winter time. Have you checked your answers? You got it correct or wrong? Okay, very good. Now let's do next exercise. Next exercise is, now listen to the text and answer next questions. Please read this text. Please read and listen to the text carefully. What is the teacher talking about? This is the story about the marmot. Okay. According to the survey, there were from 10 to 13 millions in our country at the end of 1980s. But the number of marmots have declined rapidly since 1990. A marmot is a kind of rodent. It is this kind of animal, marmot. It lives digging the soil. As a result of digging the soil, the plants grow well. If the soil doesn't have enough fertilizer, the plants don't grow well. If the plants don't grow well, the desertification occurs. If the desertification occurs, marmots can't live without food. Hunting marmot has been banned legally since 2004. Hunting means shooting. The number of marmots hasn't increased yet. So people should stop hunting illegally first, and they have to protect them from desertification. Each marmot has 2 layers. 2 layers is 2 houses and 2 shelters. And they usually give a bird babies. They give a bird of 5 to 7 or of 10 to 13 cubs, babies. Marmots live 87.5% of their life in the lair, in the house, and sleep over half of the year. They sleep a lot in a year. Okay, now please look at these questions, and you have to write your facts. What 3 reasons that marmots have become rare? There were many before, but they become rare, very few. And what food do marmots eat? And how can we protect the marmots? And where do marmots live? And how many cubs do they have in each bird? And what is the interesting fact about the marmots? Okay, now please write the facts answering this question. Now please look at the answer for these questions. What are 3 reasons marmots have become rare? First, digging the soil influenced on. Also, plants need water and desertification. These are 3 reasons influenced on becoming rare for the marmots. Okay. Marmots eat plants and root of plants. Also, plants and root of plants. And how can we protect the marmot? First of all, people should stop hunting. And next, people should protect from the desertification. And where do marmots live? Marmots live different places of Mongolia. Also, marmots live in the lair or dens. And how many cubs do they have for their bird? They usually have 5 to 7 and 10 to 13 cubs for their bird. And what is the interesting fact about marmots? They live 87.5% sleep in their lair. Very good. This is the information about the marmot. Now, let's study the grammar. We use present simple or talk about. Talk about the facts. Facts. We add s ending after the third person singular in the present simple. We use s after the verb. Other words, leaves s. We use s ending after the verb of the third person singular in the present simple. Now, please complete this sentence with the correct present simple form of the verbs in the brackets. Marmots usually live in Alta Mountains in the southeast of Mongolia. How can you change this verb? And second, they mainly eat roots of plants. Next, Each marmot have two layers. And they spend 87.5% of their life sleeping in a layer. How can you change spend? Next, a female marmot give the birth of 5 to 7 or 10 to 13 cubs. Now please change these verbs in a correct verb form. Okay, now please let's look your answer. How can you write? Please check your answer with the verbs. First, live, present simple tense, and eat. And each marmot in a third singular form should have s in the ending. And they spend, and a female marmot gives a birth. The ending, it should have s. Okay, very good. Now, please write your homework. Please write a report on interview result. Please answer the questions. Where do marmots live? What do they eat? How many cubs do they have? How much time do they sleep in the layer? And how many layers do they have? Please answer these questions and write the sentences on your notebooks. Okay, thank you. The lesson is over. You did a great job.